Hello students, today we start the new unit, that is Green Skills Part 2, which is the fifth unit of employability skills. So let's start. In this video, we will discuss about environment, relationship between society and environment, ecosystem and factors causing imbalance, natural resources conservation, and last is green economy and its importance. So the first topic is environment. As we all know, we cannot imagine our lives without the environment. Everything that is in our surroundings, like living beings, flora and fauna, non-living things, the vegetation, climate, natural resources, makes our environment. Each of these affects us in one or more ways, and in turn, our different activities have deep impact on all these things. Next is relationship between society and environment. The society creates a group of people which are living together in a community, in a village, city, town, state, or in a country. In these societies, people have their own set of thoughts and beliefs which affect the environment. If a group of people believe that rivers are sacred, then the people belongs to that group support their belief. Or if a group of people believe that killing of animals is a heinous crime, then this will be reflected in their behavior. Next is ecosystem and factors causing imbalance. Ecological balance is caused when natural or a man-made disturbance disturbs the natural balance of an ecosystem. Human activities have a direct implication in causing ecological imbalance. Following are the man-made disruptions that cause ecological balance. So first one is deforestation. Due to increase in population, the need for building houses has emerged. To overcome this challenge, more and more houses are built in hilly regions, due to which trees are cut. Also, in order to maintain the lifestyle, lot of forests have been cut. Means that the population is increasing day by day. Due to this, need for building houses has occurred. To fulfill their need of houses and to maintain the lifestyle, like making different kinds of furnitures, humans start cutting a lot of trees. Next is degradation of land and soil erosion. Deforestation has also given rise to problems like soil erosion and degrading quality of land. The poor quality of land and soil is resulting in rising health concerns for human beings. It means due to the cutting of forest, new problems arises like soil erosion and degrading quality of land. The poor quality of land results in severe health concerns for human beings. Next cause of ecological imbalance is overexploitation of resources. To satisfy our needs, we are not only using the resources available to us, but we are exploiting them as well. We generate tons of waste due to over-usage of resources, making it difficult for our own selves to breathe fresh air. The over-exploitation of resources is also one of the factors adding to degradation of land in urban cities. Means to fulfill our needs, we are not using the natural resources, actually we are over-exploiting them. Due to overusage, we generate a lot of ton wastage, which makes difficult to get fresh air for breathe. The overexploitation of resources is also one of the factors adding to degradation of land in cities. Next is industrial and atmospheric pollution. The rising number of industries is one of the major concerns these days. The pollution caused by these industries and factories is not limited to air. The presence of the industries near the rivers to dispose the waste is causing water pollution. Means increasing in number of industries is one of the main concern nowadays, because these factories and industries generates a lots of air pollution, noise pollution and water pollution, because these factories and industries release lots of harmful gases in form of smoke. Their heavy machinery generates a lots of noise and they dispose their waste in rivers and other water resources. Next is faulty mining practices. Large-scale mining has caused conversion of agricultural land and forest to become stockyards, railway tracks, roads, etc. Not only this, mining dust is also degrading the quality of air around us. It means if you do mining on a large scale, then lots of agricultural land and forest are converted into stockyard, railway tracks, roads, houses, factories, industries, etc. Any type of mining also degrading the quality of air around us. Next is e-waste generation. Advanced uses of technology and gadgets has given rise to lot of e-waste generation that needs to be addressed before it becomes a huge problem. Means nowadays we are using lot of advanced technology and gadgets. These gadgets and technologies generates a lots of e-waste. So we also need to pay our attention on this before it becomes a huge problem. Next topic is natural resource conservation. In this topic, we will discuss how to conserve various natural resources. So the first one is air conservation. At macro level, minimizing the release of toxins and greenhouse gases by the industries will help us to conserve fresh air. Every individual can also contribute in preserving the quality of air by adopting eco-friendly ways. Means we have to minimize the release of toxins and greenhouse gases by the factories and industries to preserve the fresh air. And we also adopt some eco-friendly ways to preserve the air, like switching from coal to natural gases, recycling the industrial waste. Next is water conservation. Wise use of water is need of the hour. Adopting rainwater harvesting system in our communities and wastewater treatment plants shall contribute in conserving water for future generations. It means that all of us should adopt the rainwater harvesting system in our houses, buildings. Wastewater treatment plants help us to conserve the water for our future generations. Next is land conservation. Conserving land means promoting afforestation and discouraging deforestation for material benefit. This will help to promote other life forms to survive and helps to maintain imbalance in the ecosystem. Second, improving the quality of soil. Most of the health concerns today are due to poor quality of food. The need of the hour is to manage our waste using 4 R's: refuse, reduce, reuse, recycle. Means we have to plant more and more trees and discourage the deforestation. It helps to maintain the ecosystem to survive various types of life. Second thing, we have to improve the quality of soil because in most of the health concerns today are due to the poor quality of food. We can manage our waste by using 4 R's: refuse, reduce, reuse and recycle. Next is energy conservation. We use a lot of non-renewable sources energy to fulfill our daily needs. Conservation of energy means to conserve these sources and use alternative sources of energy to meet our needs such as wind, solar, wave energy. Using these means of energy will promote sustainable living and will ensure that other resources are available for future generation use. Means to conserve non-renewable sources of energy and to use alternate sources of energy to fulfill our daily needs such as wind, solar and wave energy. These types of resources are called renewable source of energy. Renewable source of energy promotes sustainable living and it also ensures that other resources are available for our future generations also. Now the last topic of this unit is green economy and its importance. Green economy can be defined as low carbon and resource efficient. In a green economy, there should be growth in employment by public and private investment into the infrastructure and assets that allow to reduce carbon emission and pollution, enhance energy and resource efficiency, and prevention of biodiversity and ecosystem. It helps us to maintain resources for the present and for the future generations, while also ensuring that more employment and investment options are created to promote economic growth of the country. Such kind of economy will be self-dependent and self-reliant, but it will take effort at each level to build such an economy.